So today
we're reviewing
John Carpenter's The Thing.
this is the 1982 version of The Thing, not the new version, which is, I mean, it's fine, but it's nowhere near the classic that is The Thing 1982. So we were joined by Barry BK today, and I guess what are your overall thoughts of The Thing?
Well, the John Carpenter version in 82, The Thing, I was 11 or 12 years old. Back then, we didn't have the technology and all the different variety things that you have today. And it was a great movie then, and it's still a great movie now. I think it's reminds me a little bit of like similar to Jaws, just how it's old school made, just good characters, good plot, and I liked it. Real good movie.
So what are your overall thoughts, real quick, of this movie?
It's definitely a really good movie. Makes you think each time you watch it, and it's, in my opinion, it still holds up today, here in 2021. So definitely enjoyed this movie, and each time I watch it, I feel like I like it more and more.
No, I agree. This definitely holds up today. This is a classic. This is in the My Favorite Movies series for sure. And you really watch this movie, you really don't know who the Thing is until the very end, and you still really don't know throughout this movie. But I guess why don't we go into specific what are your main positives with The Thing?
The positives of The Thing, it's a nice, scary movie. Like I said, it's old school, but just goes into all the different detail that I like in scary movies. Yes, it does have some gore, which is one thing that I thought, a lot of these movies don't need as much. But it kind of has to go into the theme of what the movie is, with The Thing being like a biological organism, that it can overtake human bodies, animals, whatever it may be. The setting is in the Antarctic somewhere, so that puts it into a secluded area with these characters that don't have a lot of outlets outside of themselves and where they are to work this out. And again, I just thought the different, versions of, the depth of the scary parts of what they had to deal with, the environment, the suspense, and the way that they went about the movie, music-wise, theme-wise, everything else. Just a lot of positives as far as, especially towards a scary movie that I liked.
Yeah, so what are your overall main positives for The Thing?
I would agree. The setting's great. It's a cool, like, Navy or some military base, I'm pretty sure, right? These guys are all there in this place in the Antarctic, and the cast is great. Like, just watching it again today, it really is like each character like gives something to the movie. There's no one that has a bad performance in my opinion. They all do a really good job. And
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell was the lead, and just everyone does a great job. You're thinking about who has the issue going on, who was the thing at the time. And I think like the movies, I don't know if it was intended this way, but each time you watch it, you almost like see something else, someone acting weird, and you're kind of put in the position of the people in the movie, and you're constantly trying to figure it out. And the sound effects and the special effects were really, really good. And seeing movies today, there's still some good movies. There's some great movies that come out here and there. But the way they do the special effects so realistic, that like, adds something to it that makes the movie hold up more today, in my opinion. And it's just a really suspenseful, great horror mystery movie, really.
Yeah, all those points are true, and I agree with basically all those points. This movie it does have gore, but the gore is done in a way to where it's not really... I don't know, this the way it does it, it's a thing, it's an alien from another world, so they make it to where it's not really like a human when these things are breaking apart. But my biggest positive is definitely the design, the visuals. I mean, they're so great. The overall, just how all these creatures look. Obviously, it's very complicated. That's why it's called The Thing. Like the head with the spider legs and the thing on just everything about The Thing, all these different versions of it you see in this movie are so crazy, like cool and interesting. And then definitely the suspense and not knowing who the Thing is, because as we watch it, like you said, I mean, everyone looks suspicious, but in that situation, since the Thing can mimic perfectly, you can understand why everyone is suspicious. And watching it through, I always forget who the Thing is in certain moments. Because you think about it, everyone's nervous, and it mimics you perfectly. And everything they do in this movie with the Thing and trying to figure it out is just done so well. And it's crazy how well they can keep it hidden who the Thing is And there's so many things you can talk about after the movie that you don't know. I'm gonna do the same. That you really don't know who the thing is,
Yeah.
and a lot of things that you can speculate about after the movie, and a lot of things the director hasn't even confirmed himself.
Yeah, and I think the setting too also just adds to the suspense because these characters are stuck in this base,
Middle of nowhere.
which is a cool place. I love like watching today, just seeing the different rooms, like the generator room. There's the outside area, and there's also a blizzard going on where they can't leave, and they know that they have to be in this place for the entire winter until it calms down again.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go.
So there's no way to get out except taking this on head on. And like I said, the cast do a great job of playing off each other and just how they like combat against each other and they team up, and it's just it's like good confusion going on the screen, not bad. Even though like we're saying we don't know who it is, but it like goes to the betterment of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had on since I started the thing. I did, all kinds of positives everywhere. I really like the movie, and I believe like the boys are saying, the way it grips you from the beginning, really jumps right into it, and then just flows through. However long the movie is, which I'm guessing around 2 hours, doesn't feel like it.
Yeah,
It really does flow through, and just great, gripping, suspenseful Halloween scary movie to me.
Yeah, so we're going to get... I'm guessing nobody has any negatives. I can't think of any negatives. This movie flows so well, and do you have any negatives?
No, there's no negatives.
So-
I just would bring up one that I don't consider it a negative, but we've talked about it before, how it ends. It just leaves questions, and I guess there's a lot of movies that do this. Doesn't completely sum it up. And if you think about if you watch the movie of, what the evil thing is in this organism, obviously there's a lot of chance for this thing to not be done.
It is a little frustrating they don't answer it. I guess that's the
Yeah.
only really negative, but it's
Same.
kind of cool you can speculate. But
Favorite lines?
yeah, you want to go into favorite line? You want to go first? Or
Yeah, I have one lined up. This might be one of your guys'.
I think we have all different ones.
So mine is basically this one right here. When they're doing the blood test, which is a cool way to figure out if you have,
if you're the thing.
if you're the thing, like the blood won't, it'll react if you're the thing, but if it doesn't, then you're fine. And the last guy being tested, I'm not sure what his name is, but he's not very happy being tied to a chair.
And when you find the time, I'd rather not spend the rest of this winter tied to this fucking couch!
That is a great line. I think it's amazing, but it's not my line. What was your favorite line?
We laugh and like the line Jake just presented to you. That's a good, funny one. And I'm going to like the one that Kenny's going to present. The one I'm going to lean on is one since I was a kid. Especially when I was a kid, you didn't have a lot of the graphic stuff that's on TV today. Pretty much everywhere. And it's definitely something you got to sift through. But I think it's the part where Kurt Russell, this is toward the end, they're trying to scramble to figure out a way to kill this thing. And obviously a lot of characters have been knocked off at this point. So they're down to a few guys. One wanders off and something happens. And then the big monster comes out and is going after Kurt Russell. He makes a little bit of an effort to get away from it as it's growling and doing some things, talking to him. He basically refers back to it with an F you.
Fuck you too!
With a dynamite stick. And that would be, my little favorite line in this one.
It's obviously a classic line, amazing line, and I like both of those. But the one I'm going to go with is in one of the craziest scenes is when the one guy is, after he's given CPR, he turns into his head comes off, turns into the spider, and the guy's reaction to it right here.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Saying you gotta be effing kidding. That's probably my favorite line because it's just an insane scene and it's just so ridiculous that it just sums it up so perfectly.
I thought you were gonna say the guy stuck in the barn. He's like,
No,
hey,
that's
I'm
not
feeling
one
a
line.
lot better now. You can let me know.
Yeah.
I think too, off of Kenny's favorite line, this movie, going back to another positive of just the time that it was made, like Jaws, again, I just think for me at least, when you take out a lot of you think movies are going to sometimes they get better, and obviously good movies can come along at any time or any generation, but the more technology thrown into these movies sometimes, maybe throws it off as far as the realism. It may add a certain spice to it to make it good, but I thought the thing didn't have, the special effects they had just really, especially at the time, were awesome. And I think especially that line that Kenny's talking about morphs into
What?
something, into a spider head.
I already said my line.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that was a really.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it's probably actually like practical effects. A lot of that's got to be practical effects, I feel like. But
That's not, I mean, the fact that I don't really know how they did it is pretty crazy too. Like, I don't know how they made it look so real like that, especially when it's moving on its own. I mean,
I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I'm guessing
Yeah,
it's 10 out of 10 for
10.
everyone. It's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I
Or do you
know
lower?
we're a little.
Just
geeky
give it
with
whatever you
giving
want,
10 out
but-
of 10s. I'd say at least a 9.5, but I'll ride a 10 if they're going to give it a 10.
No, just give your score.
I'll say 9.5.
Well, I'm giving it a 10 because I literally
no
have no
flaws.
negatives. If I don't have a negative, I can't take points off. The only negative is
there's no answers.
that it doesn't answer the
no.
end, at the very end of it, but at the same time, if they answer it, it kind of leaves a good mystery to it. Like,
That's
you can
just
speculate.
that's because the movie was so great. Like you want answers, but not all movies give you answers.
This is a classic movie. This is the first installment in the Halloween series.
2021.
Yeah, we will hopefully be reviewing a few other older movies, and then obviously there's at least 3 scary movies, new releases we'll be reviewing. So expect probably 6 more movies total, maybe.
The Lamb, Halloween,
and Antlers.
Antlers.
As far as the new ones, and then hopefully get a few more old ones in there, and expect
Monsters,
that coming soon. Yeah, maybe Monsters Inc. And you can give some other recommendations down below. We will try to get to them.
Those are movie review of John Carpenter's The Thing. Let us know in the comments if you've seen this movie. Definitely recommend it. I think even the younger people will probably see this too. I mean, maybe not below, I'd say 14, probably maybe like even 12, but
Yeah,
it's definitely a great movie, and it holds up today, even if you're not from that time, because it still works for us. So
funny, scary, suspenseful.
thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
So today,
We're reviewing
The Thing.
John Carpenter's The Thing.
John, do it again. Do it again.